Hello everyone, welcome to ixamBee. Students, as you all know कि SIDBI Grade A ऑफिसर्स के रिजल्ट आउट हो चुके हैं और बहुत सारे एस्पिरेंट्स का जो SIDBI में जाने का सपना है वो पूरा भी हुआ है, पर कुछ एस्पिरेंट्स रह गए हैं। तो आज का मेरा सेशन उन्हीं एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए है जो किसी कारणवश इस SIDBI की रिक्रूटमेंट में क्लियर नहीं कर पाए हैं और आगे हर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स की भी तैयारी करेंगे। तो आज हमारे साथ संकल्प जैन हैं जिन्होंने सक्सेसफुली सिडबी ग्रेड ए ऑफिसर की जो एग्ज़ाम है उसको क्लियर कर लिया है एंड वो अपने एक्सपीरियंस से शेयर करने के लिए हमारे साथ हमारे चैनल पे मौजूद हैं। तो मैं आपका स्वागत करना चाहूँगा संकल्प जैन आप आई एग्ज़ाम बी चैनल पर। और मैं चाहता हूँ कि आज के जो हमारा ये चिट चैट सेशन रहेगा इससे काफ़ी एस्पिरेंट्स को हेल्प मिलेगी अपना स्टडी प्लान बनाने में, स्ट्रैटेजी बनाने में, क्योंकि एग्ज़ाम्स तो सिमिलर ही नोट पे होते हैं सारे, आपके रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज़ हो जाएँ या फिर आपके बैंकिंग एग्ज़ाम हो जाए। तो शुरुआत करते हैं आपके बिल्कुल स्टार्टिंग से एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड से कि आपका एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड क्या है और आपने कब सोचा कि आप गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर बनना चाहते हैं?
First of all, thank you for having me. As I am from Bhopal, near Bhopal, my hometown is Begumganj. So I did my schooling there from my school, St. Thomas Convent in higher secondary school. Then I did BE in mechanical engineering. So while I was preparing for my exams in mechanical engineering, I was interested in engineering also, but I realized that I did not want that for as my career. So I thought I should prepare for government exams. So this is where my interest for government exams started. I like I saw the syllabus of some exams in my final year of engineering, and then when I saw the syllabus and all, I thought I can prepare for some exams, and I started as soon as my degree completed.
Right. So, which was the first exam you gave? If we talk about like competitive arena, like a lot of examinations were there.
The very first exam has to be SSC CGL of
Okay.
2017, year 2017. That was my passing year of from college. So the first exam that I appeared for was SSC CGL. I was also preparing for CAT at that time, but this was the exam that I gave, and I was fortunate enough to clear in my first attempt. So
This is CGL, right?
yeah.
Okay. So you are currently like working in some organization?
Yeah, I am working as an accountant in Ministry of Home Affairs.
Okay.
That was the post I got from SSC CGL 2017.
Okay. So
Yeah.
like obviously you have cleared like SSC CGL 2017. You have told just now. Like then why do you want switch to the regulatory bodies or in any banking industries as well?
I did not want to go in regular banking industry. I wanted to prepare for regulatory bodies exam, and
Okay.
that is why when the recruitment process of CDB came, I prepared for that exam and I applied in that post.
Okay. Since
So
the since the recruitment of SIDBI like came after like after 6 long years, we know that like last time in 2016, I suppose SIDBI came, right? So
yeah, yeah.
when it was notified this year, so what was the thought like in your head? Would you able to like achieve it, or how do you prepare about it?
Uh, Actually, the thought was very clear because after, as you said, after 2016, this was the first recruitment.
Yeah.
So when the recruitment was in 2016 to take place, I was not graduating,
Hmm.
and the I was not gonna get any other chances at going to SIDBI because they had that cutoff year at 27, I think. So I was eligible by barely months.
Right.
So I that was clear in my head that I will not get any other chance to go at SIDBI as an grade A officer. So it was clear that if I have to clear this, I'll have to clear it in this attempt only
Right.
because if the recruitment process is as uncertain as it should be after 2016 it was in 2022. So you'll have to be clear first of all to get the exam right.
Right.
So I was like,
Yeah. So, see, you have cleared SSC CGL. If we compare the exam pattern of SSC and SIDBI, or let's say any kind of banking examination, the exam pattern is totally different, right? Because you won't be getting like long questions in SSC CGL. So, considering the fact that you have prepared at different level and now coming to this SIDBI, so how you actually started your preparation?
actually, I usually say this to people because before SIDBI also I have cleared some exams of uh, usual bank pattern exams. Means
Hmm.
I'd say they ask questions in similar to bank PO pattern or something like that. So when people ask me about this thing, I always tell them that I divide my preparation in four subjects:
Hmm.
English, maths, reasoning, and general awareness.
Right.
I don't like I don't have this habit of strictly going in bank preparation mode or an SSC preparation mode. I know it can be hectic sometimes because SSC gives weightage on certain types of questions and banks give weightage on certain other types of questions. So it can be hectic, but if you have a clear strategy of clearing your basics, the important thing is basics. Then if like suppose I am clear with my basis in mathematics, should I say English, then I'll have to like give 2 3 months dedicated for a certain exam because my bases are clear. So I don't have to prepare for 1 year for a particular exam. I know the concepts of all the subjects. Then I have to give like 2 3 months dedicated for some exam, and
Right.
that's how I have been preparing for exams ever since. I first of all I cleared my basics of all subjects, other than general awareness, of course, that is continuous, and then I prepare for the particular exam when I apply for it, and I uh, prepare dedicatedly for that exam.
So how do you prepare general awareness, and how much for 6 months is enough, for 8 months is enough? So how many months you have?
I'll say I start from the most recent one.
Hmm.
Suppose the SIDBI's exam was in April, so I started with March,
Okay.
and then I go back as much as I can for
Okay.
4 or 5 months. When I go back to 4 or 5 months, uh, if it's complete, once it's complete, I revise them.
Okay.
So because general awareness is too much factual, I'm not very good at remembering facts. So I I make it a point of revising because for clearing any exams, you must be clear with your strengths. I know that I'm not good at remembering facts,
Right.
so
So
I
considering the fact that general awareness mostly constitutes of current affairs and current happenings around the world, like you can say like 70 to 80% comes from the current affairs and rest from the static. Am I right?
yeah, yeah, sure.
So, what were the what were the important topics that students should focus on while preparing the current affairs? Is that scheme related thing? Is that some policy related thing? Can you elaborate on that?
Actually, SIDBI was very clear about what they wanted to ask in current awareness. Usually, it's mentioned in the notification. So SIDBI also mentioned it in general awareness section that they'll give special preference to social schemes and financial awareness.
Right.
So whenever something like that happens in any notification, you have a way. Means they want you to look there and they want you to study what they were saying. Uh, saying that I'll also say that the general awareness asked in SIDBI was very tricky.
Hmm.
So there are many sources of general awareness available on the internet. Everything is available on the internet nowadays.
Right.
But I'll say that you'll have to be very smart about it. uh, you'll have to like constantly be active and uh, means it should be an interactive way of learning general awareness. You'll have to analyze constantly that this is relevant or not.
Right. So, okay, general awareness is clear because I want to give special emphasis to general awareness because in most examination, this subject is common, and students really struggles in this particular section, right? So if anybody has to start like for any competitive exam, let's say SIDBI or any banking examination, how or he or she should go for like QRE specifically, because in all the exam we see that there are a lot of puzzles, a lot of DI as far as quantitative reasoning is concerned, and specifically for competitive English, what are your suggestions on that?
Uh, I'll say the cliche thing that you'll have to read as much as you can.
Hmm.
Uh, Usually, people underscore the importance of reading.
Hmm.
I have always had the habit of reading very much. I used to read novels from a very young time. So as I have read a lot, I started to understand English much better. So if you're starting your preparation just now, I'd say that you have studied English since you were in school. So you'll have to most of the things. Just you have to gauge your preparation. You make a list topic wise, what are the topics asked, and then you prepare topic wise. That is the simple strategy for every subject, that you make a list of the topics and you go one by one, and then you go to tests and mocks.
And what was I want to ask how many mock you really gave for a SEPI, and what is actual importance of mock test? Can you tell the aspirants, because sometimes they usually skip the mock, right? Because they don't want, because some people think that they have not attained accuracy till yet, so they will give mock later on. So what was the like role of your?
I think tests are the most important facet of your preparation for any government exams
Hmm.
or any exam whatsoever. If you won't appear for mock tests, you won't know at what level a particular topic or what a particular subject is in your preparation.
Hmm.
Suppose I can do a question in 4 or 5 minutes,
Hmm.
but what use is that of my what help is that, what good is doing the what good that question is doing to me? If I do that question in 4 5 minutes in a mock, I'll lose on 4 5 questions also. So
Right.
if I don't appear for mock test, I'll never know which subjects I'm weak in. I'll never know which subjects I'm making the most mistakes in. So
Right.
not only mocks, when I say mocks are important, I say mocks and mock analysis after that.
Right.
You'll have to analyze your mocks very carefully. Then only you can improve your scores. People always complain that I keep on giving mocks, but my scores are not improving. Your scores are not improving because you are not analyzing your mocks. You are not reading into the lines that what you are going wrong, where you are going wrong, where you are wasting too much time, what you should have attempted first, and what you should have not attempted.
Right. Because selection of question is always important as
Very
far
important.
as your competitive exam is concerned, and mock teaches you that, right? And analysis, yeah, you said it right. Analysis is the most important aspect. Like when if you are preparing for any competitive exam, absolutely, I agree with you. Uh, let's come to descriptive English, right? So, see, many aspirants are from rural background. We know that they who have dream in their mind to work in any reputed organization, but when it comes to descriptive English, students literally fear, right, in order to like go for it, go over. So how can they prepare for descriptive English if they want to score good?
For descriptive, I'd say you will have to read newspapers when you are preparing for any exam that
Hmm.
consists of descriptive. You'll have to also uh, it's not it's not always about being very good at writing. It's more about preparing for the exam.
Right.
Means if I'm appearing for an exam, I know that social schemes can be asked. I know a topic of great importance recently can be asked. So by preparing, what I am doing, I'm enhancing my chances of having a topic of my knowledge in the exam. So when I say I prepare for topics, I'll tell you how I prepare for topics. I read that topic and I write the synopsis of that topic. Suppose if I have to prepare for the descriptive of that topic, so I write a synopsis of the Russia-Ukraine war.
Hmm.
So I'll make a 6 or 7 point synopsis, introduction, why it was caused, what are the what was Russia's motive, why Ukraine is doing this and that. Well, I'll write a synopsis so that I don't go very wide. I don't fall way ahead of my topic. I don't fall back on the topic. So I write synopsis. Synopsis writing is very important if you are starting with descriptive preparation, because when I know what I have to write, I'll write on that issue only. And if you don't if you have not written a synopsis of that essay you are writing, I'm sure you'll be like you'll write what you know about that topic. You'll not write what is asked in that topic. So I read the question, I determine what is asked in that question, and then I make a synopsis of that topic first, because I don't think there is in any descriptive exam time is of any constraint.
Right.
If you like think clearly, if they only ask for 200 words, about 200 words to write. That's very less. So time is not the constraint. You have to think clearly.
Right. So, okay, you have guided a lot like on theory, general awareness, and descriptive part. Especially, I want to also listen like your interview experience. Like, how was your interview? So, how was the feeling when you actually facing the panel members, and how many panel members were there? So, want to listen your like complete interview experience as well.
Uh, Actually, I'll have to like say this. Uh, I gave a mock on ixamBee, mock interview.
Hmm.
So when I was very pleasantly surprised when I went for my interview in on it happened in Mumbai on 17th of June. So I was
Okay.
very pleasantly surprised when I came back from my interview, because I'll be very honest with this. I When I was preparing for the interview, I was preparing in a whole different direction. When I
Right.
gave that mock interview with iXamB, and Arunuma ma'am and other ma'am, they asked me questions. They specifically asked my questions about my profile, job profile, and everything else. Because mine is an engineering degree. Then I am working as an accountant in Ministry of Home Affairs, and they were very clear about it that this will be asked and this will be focused on very importantly. So they clearly told me this, that you'll have to be very clear on this. And when I went for my interview, exactly the same thing happened. They did not ask me what about myself. They
Right.
The straight first question was that you are working in this department as an accountant and you want to come here as this and this post. So how you are gonna explain this? And I had this thing in my mind for like 10 days. I was thinking about this only because
Correct.
I had been already told that this will be the question you'll be asked. So when it started with my job experience, the whole interview dwelt on that only. They asked me some questions about uh, paramilitary forces. As I specifically look at the works of Indo-Tibetan Border Police, and my college was also associated with border security force. So they asked me some questions about paramilitary too. They asked me some HR questions also about myself, my strengths and weakness, the basics one.
The basic.
So that was also there. But the major crux of my interview was about my job profile, what I have been doing there, and how that will help me in SIDBI. So
Sit.
this is what I like. This was very important. Like I knew it was gonna be asked to me. I just did not know that it was very this much important. And when I gave that mock interview, I examined that is where I realized that this is how important it can be.
Great, great.
And so I
We
have
are
a lot to
also
thank to you guys.
welcome, Sankalp there. I think like we are also really proud of you, like that we can like help you in this particular journey and yeah, and make your like success. So thanks a lot, Sankalp, like for sharing all the tips to like all the aspirants like who are watching you right now. So, any last piece of advice for like students or any future aspirants, if he or she like preparing for any kind of banking
I
examination?
actually have one. Yeah, I just want to say this. I have a platform that I'll say this to everyone who is preparing for any government exam. Let it be any of the exams of SSC or bank or any other exam. I'll say that don't follow any other person's strategy, because I suppose I am the aspirant. I am good at maths. I am good at English. I know these things about myself. So I'll focus more on maths and English so that I can score the crux of my major amount, a major portion of my marks there. But if you are listening to my strategy and you are not good at math at as good as in maths as I am, then that strategy could well be fatal for you. So I'll say, listen to what your teachers are saying, but it is you who will go there and it is you who will like score those marks. So you'll have to be very clear about this, that I'll get my marks in this subject, I'll have to be average in this subject if I can be very good in this subject. So like I always like I never said that I will be scoring very good marks in general awareness, because that was my weak point. So I had to score good in English and maths. The other two were my weaker subject comparatively. So that was my strategy, that I'll work on my weaker subjects, but I'll have to score the major amount of marks in my other two subjects. So this is my simple advice to you, that you'll have to make your own strategy. Success stories are good and very good when you listen to them,
Right.
but you don't have to follow them blindly. You can like take the good advices from them, but you will have to create your own strategy.
Right, absolutely. And also, I want to highlight that consistency also plays a role because, listening to your words, since you are like already working with some ministry, and I hope that there's a lot of workload also, and you spared out some time and prepared for like SIDBI. So if you have like 2 to 3 hours or 3 to 4 hours every single day, and if you are consistent and if your goal is clear, I'm sure that nothing can stop you. So I want to add this point also. And see, Sankalp, one point I want to ask you: should student wait for the notification, or they literally like start preparing? Because I have seen many people like they usually they like kept on waiting for the notification to come, then they start preparing. I think this is a like wrong mindset, according to me. What's your point on that?
I completely agree with you. You can wait for the notification if you know that your preparation is already in the level that you can start preparing for mocks as soon as the notification comes. So that is okay. But if you are not even clear with your subjects, you're not even clear with the concepts, and then you're waiting for the notification, that as soon as the notification gets there and I'll start for the exams, you can never clear that exam. You'll have to be like very clear with the topics, because as soon as the notification comes, you don't have that much time.
Right.
SIDBI's notification came on 4th March, and I'll be joining on in SIDBI on 25th of July. So like it's 3 4 months. You
Three,
can't
four
really
months.
prepare for the exam in such short. Like you will have to be very clear about it. Uh, so in 3 4 months, you cannot be like you cannot clear an exam if you are starting from zero. Like
Right.
you'll have to like start preparing from a you can you can prepare generally. I'll say that whenever that exam comes, you can dedicate your preparation specifically to that exam. But before that, you can like prepare generally, because the topics asked in are similar in almost every exams. So like you can prepare that.
Right, absolutely agree with you, Sankalp. Uh, Thank you, Sankalp, for like providing such a great insight to the future aspirants. Right, I really appreciate your efforts, and thank you from the whole like ixamBee team. I personally want to like congratulate you for this success and best wishes for your future. Thank you, Sankalp. Thank you for joining this platform.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was pleasure talking.